Hi everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the channel and welcome to Brooklands for the Italian day. In this video we're going to be looking at Maserati, Lamborghini and Lancia here on the Start Finishing Straight. We start off then with this Maserati Ghibli. Let's have a look around it. Huge wheels, 18-inch alloys on this one. Those will be aftermarket split rims. Wood in the interior. Bonnet vents. Lovely front end. Quite like the way how the body line gets wider as it goes towards the back. It's almost go-kart like actually, but obviously not quite a go-kart. Maserati Coupe. Love the way how the badge just sits forward of everything here. It's not actually on the grille, it just sits in there. Looks very neat and tidy. Let's have a look. V8 engine. Interior. Very red in there. Got the logo from Maserati. This one is for sale. This could be yours. Just have a quick look. It's even got a smiley face down there. Maserati Gran Turismo. Personal plate. Meridian Modena. Pretty sure that's a dealership down in Lyndhurst in the New Forest. Carbon fibre door caps on this. Custom graphic on the roof by the looks of it. Huge rims on this, 20-inch. MC Sport line, little ducktail spoiler. We have a trio of Maserati Coupes. Lovely blue, grey and red. I do like the styling of these actually. Time has been incredibly kind to them. When they were new, they were not as well liked as they are now. If you have a look, the lights move all the way around. The later version of these got rid of that and had the light just down there. Actually looks slightly better that way. In fact, there is one in a cabriolet form just down there. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Here in yellow, a duo of Maserati Ghibli Coupes. Of course, these things will be even more sporty than a standard Maserati Ghibli being Coupe. A bit more tuning, I would imagine. I like how this has got black bonnet vents. This one has yellow. Anthracite colour wheels, at least from this angle with this lighting. Wooden dashboard. I love the way how they've mounted the clock in there. Maserati Chamel. It's incredibly similar to the Ghibli that's behind it. The difference is this is slightly wider. Different wheels, but then again, those are not standard on there, so I'm not sure. This one's left-hand drive, so an import. So I'm not sure whether the Chamel was just a name that was used in countries that weren't the UK, or whether it is a genuinely different model. Judging by the back end of it, I'd say it's a different model. But I'm really not sure. They look very similar either way. The Maserati Coupe next to a cabriolet. This one being a slightly later version, and that being the earlier version. Spot the differences between the styling at the rear of the car. From the front, not a huge amount of difference between them. Kept fairly similar. I think the bonnet got a little bit smoother, but that might be a styling difference between the cabriolet and the coupe. Maybe a different engine, I'm not quite sure. Maserati Quattroporte, styled by Pininfarina. And of course, Quattroporte meaning 4 doors in Italian. If you say something in Italian, it sounds a lot better than saying it in English. It's like if we had a Rover and just said, oh yeah, we call it the Rover 4 doors. Custom plate, Kiss AMC. Next to another Gran Turismo, another Pininfarina style car. a second Quattroporte, in fact it's in front of that one. A very unique styling on the front of these ones. Very elegant, very smooth lines, of course. Side vents. Driven over sand by the looks of it. Still, never mind, at least it's used. Gran Turismo, massive wheels. I'm not sure what size these are. I'll try and find out. There are 25-inch rims on this. Those are huge. Gran Turismo Cabriolet. Tiny little indicators just there on the side. Bet they're worth quite a lot of money. A Coupe V8 Grand Sport. Facelifted model of it. Oh, the facelifted model was a lot better than the pre-facelift. Better sorted, better driving, better automatic gearbox as well. Twin tailpipes on this Maserati Indy. Gorgeous blue colour. Huge practical space in there as well. Have a look in the back of the car. Again, more practicality. They even got a little model down there. That's adorable. Long swooping bonnet, of course. Usual styling cue of Maseratis. Even got a little dancing Elvis on the dashboard. Another V8 Grand Sport and a Gran Turismo. At the end there we have a newer Maserati Ghibli, which was used to replace the Quattroporte. As you see here, see a couple of the differences. Slightly more aggressive front end on the Ghibli. Two Quattroportes here. Let's have a look. The fifth model at Maserati called a Quattroporte. 2004 to 2012 these ones. A Gran Turismo in the very sporty colour of red. I imagine a Ferrari red on this one. Carbon fibre door caps. An Alfa Giulia. As I mentioned in my Fiat video of this event, cars sort of dotted around a little bit randomly here, although there are little sections for different brands. You like these things, little Ferrari engine inside. This one's the Quadrifoglio, it would seem. Yellow discs, huge brakes, 19-inch rims. Another coupe next to it. I think that brings to a close the Maserati section. Naturally, these things have been causing a bit of a stir here today. Lamborghini, of course, very well known Italian brand, these days owned by Audi, the Volkswagen Group. Look at that, you can see right into the engine bay, slightly open for cooling purposes. These things are often designed to look a bit like jet fighters. People getting photos with them even now. You don't see them on the road every day, so why not? You have the chance to here. We have two Lamborghinis here in the best colour for a car, of course attracting a lot of attention between them. Lamborghini Aventador next to a Gallardo LP574, so four-wheel drive on the Gallardo. Love the massively mad carbon fibre rear diffuser, rear wing. Superleggera, lightweight. Another Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera. Have a bit of a closer look up at this one over here, as those two are attracting a lot of attention from people who want to take photos. Lovely interior, quite tinted glass, so you might not be able to see too well in there. Chunky steering wheel. Glass open. From Lamborghini Pangborn, quite a well-known Lamborghini dealership in the YouTube world. There's quite a few YouTubers who have Lamborghinis, get their Lambos from there. A Spada, four-seater, Bertone styling. Lamborghini looks very similar to the blue Maserati over there we saw earlier on, the Indy. It might well be based on the same platform. Who knows? Either way, very nicely styled car. Love the interior on this thing, love the way it all rises up. Very cool. Left-hand drive Gallardo, running. Chunky styling on these things, of course the Audi R8 based on the same platform. Yeah, I love the high up back end. Another Aventador, LP 704, four-wheel drive, tricolore stripe. Yes, that is the wrong way from the back because you're meant to look at it from the front. Looks lovely. Love the way how the brake light is mixed in with the line of the body. It's very sweet. Lamborghini Huracan LP 610-4, again four-wheel drive. Love the green paint on this actually. If you're going to have a car like this, why not make it bright and vibrant, help it stand out massively at an event like this. Lamborghini Huracan, this one in yellow. I remember watching as a child the challenge Top Gear did when they bought £10,000 Italian supercars. James May's Lamborghini Huracan actually went on to win the challenge, even though it started off the day on the back of an AA transporter. So it clearly can't be all that bad, can it? Just look at the engine on this. Huge thing. Looks like a V8. Silicon piping as well. Wise choice, if I do say so. Lamborghini Gallardo. Golden striping down there, down there. Massive rear wing. Again, if you're going to have a car like this, why not go mad? See into there. LP 610-4. Just look how low it is. That's what staggers me about Lamborghini. It's just how low they are. Onto the Lancia section of the show then. We start off with this right-hand drive Delta. And of course the Integrale versions were left-hand drive only, but this one being a Delta HF Turbo rather than the Integrale version, this is left-hand drive. You can have a look through here. They're typically 80s and 90s style of dashboard. Love it, it's amazing. Lancia Monte Carlo. I always thought these looked quite similar in styling to the DeLorean, the DMC-12, if you want to be that pedantic about it. Love the interior. I do like these. Of course, if you remember Herbie, the Volkswagen Beetle, he actually fell in love with one of these in one of his films. And why not? Gorgeous styling. Pininfarina styled this car, of course. Look at those rally style wheels though. Perfect. A Delta HF Integrale 16 valve. Signed dashboard as well. Left hand drive. What a cool car to own. Delta HF Hot Wheels versions. Lancia Fulvia, Italian stripe on there, tricolore of course. These things are great as well. Lancia sure know how to style a car. I know Carlos, who presents my podcast with me, will actually be all over this, if you're here of course. Next to the Fulvia 1600 HF, we've got the Lancia Beta, not a coupe, this one. Five-door by the looks of it. Little indicators, wipers. Even the styling on the door handle. Look at that, that's amazing. The attention to detail on these cars is just frankly ludicrous. Unfortunately, the Beta was a car that was well known for succumbing to tin worm rust. This one I'm pretty sure we saw at Festival Italia. A Fulvia Sport 1.6 S by the looks of it. The font's a little bit unclear. It also says 1.6 S. Yellow wheels, plenty of wheel weights on it. Tiny door mirrors, Sparco seats. I like this. I'm not quite sure what the elephant theme's about with the HF. So, a lovely, lovely car. This Lancia Aprilia has been attracting a lot of attention today. Indicators just there with Lancia Aprilia written in there. Little tiny rear window. Look at those wheels. Suicide doors. And strangely, despite obviously being built in Italy, a left-hand drive country, only available in right-hand drive. An interesting choice. Then again, Lancia, with the company that sold the HF Integrale, is only left-hand drive, so Lancia Flavia, this one. Huge engine. Look at all that under there. The smell again, glorious. The lines on Lancias. Lancia Delta HF Integrale in white. This looks cool, the way this bulges out. A Fulvia 1.3 S. They've left their keys in the lock. Not quite sure what model of Lancia this one is. So this is an Abarth, it's a HF. Have a quick look. It's for sale. Lancia Delta HPE HF Turbo 2 litre 16 valve. That's a mouthful, but that's what it is. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. Interesting style, late 90s. What is it, left-hand drive? Maybe it wasn't sold in the UK, which might explain why I've not seen it too much, if at all. The Chrysler Delta, you might be wondering why this is in the Lancia stand. That's because in the UK it was sold as a Chrysler, but in continental Europe it was sold as the Lancia Delta. An interesting take on the classic design. Not exactly true to the original, but there we go. Also, good news. The Lancia Delta is coming back in 2026, but as an electric version. Not long to go now until the return of the Delta. Some people will not like that because historic name, petrol car, etc, etc. But nonetheless, I for one am happy to see the Delta name return. In fact, Lancia as well. Here is a Chrysler Delta with Lancia badges on it. The hill climb is about to begin, which is why we've got these cars all lined up, ready to go up it. Alfa 156, Lancia Fulvia, gorgeous blue colour, next to a Delta, looks like an Integrale, it is. World Rally Champion, yes it was. This one, 6 times World Rally Champion, Victrix Ludorum edition apparently. I'm not sure I've heard of that edition before, and I'm not quite sure what it's celebrating. I imagine Victrix is victory of some sort, but looking at it, this would be many competitions. So it's likely celebrating the competitions that the Lancia Delta has taken part in, or in fact Lancia over time. Little Ferrari here, 4-seater. Got a race helmet. This is a Ferrari Dino 308 GT4. I believe this was the same car that Richard Hammond drove in the £10,000 Italian car challenge for Top Gear, which unfortunately failed when all the electrics went on it. A Fiat 128 Estate. Practical goodness there for days in the back. this. Look at all this. Fiat Dino convertible, this one. Started by Pininfarina. Have a look in there. Ducati Desmedici. Fiat 131 Super Mirafiori 1600 TC. Gorgeous colour on this. Lovely little wheels. Whilst this hasn't got anything going on, this is a Fiat 500. At least it's based on the Fiat 500. Very different little car. Open top. Very slim low doors. Classical front styling. Adorable. A De Tomaso Dolomite. That's what it says on the back anyway. Again, not a brown 2 up on. Love the colour on it, the interior. Gorgeous. Just have a look. Another Lamborghini Gallardo, this time the S version. Rear window Louvre. Not at all Italian, but an Aston Martin Db6 is there. Gorgeous looking thing. Just have a look down at the lines. Wire wheels. Gorgeous. You can't not like an old Aston Martin. A Fiat 131 is next to it, however. 2000 TC. Racing it says, isn't it? Next to another 131 Super Mirafiori. We're in Mirafiori country here. Look at the front spotlights down there, Carello. Another 131. Next to another 131. I believe this one was also at Festival Italia. It's even got his own little website if you have a look there. If you want to find out more about them, check out that website. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Little Alfa Romeo Junior. We saw this one at Festival Italia as well. Lovely styling on this. Looks gorgeous. Looks like the rear seat belts are an aftermarket edition. Of course, many cars of this era didn't come with seat belts in the rear of the car because safety legislation wasn't there for them. An Alfa Romeo Montreal sat next to an SZ or SZ, depending on what part of the world you're in. Of course, we saw plenty of these at Brands Hatch Festival Italia not long ago. Unique styling on these things. They're very, very sweet indeed. Another Lancia Aprilia. Quick look around. Gorgeous styling on the front. Oh look, early wind deflectors, of course. Love the interior. Of course, suicide doors. These things were notorious for letting rain in because the doors didn't quite meet up. Therefore, water was able to get into them. Rear lights. I love all the safety strips they got on the back. This is an Abarth 1000 ducktail, so called because of that ducktail rear styling. It's kind of obvious when you think about it, isn't it? Rear engine setup.
Very nice. Spider
Lovely little lights.
And none of these cars will have any problem with this hill at all. It's going to be very, very easy.
Racing number. Looks like an external engine cutoff or fire extinguisher. It's got on either side. Yellow surround on that. Next to an Alfa Giulia QV Quadrifoglio. Plenty of carbon fibre going on this. Italian plate, left-hand drive. And look, even a Fiat van there at the back. Fiat 124 Special, Rally Edition this one. Huge exhaust pipe, roll cage in the back. Look at all that. And a Fiat Coupe in yellow, here around Spa. Love the styling of these things. As I said already, very prone to rust. Lancia Monte Carlo HF. Well, that is your luggage space there.
Yeah.
Engine in the back. And your spare wheel as well. A little Fiat here in this gorgeous shade of yellow. This looks very similar to a Lambretta colour actually. 124 Sport, this one.
Well, I think we can say he made up for the false start with that one.
Fiat 124 Spider here, sitting lovely in the sunshine.
Can you hear that now?
Wood rim steering wheel, wooden dashboard. Love these things. Of course, we did have a look around the more modern 124 Spider at Festival Italia with Richard McIntyre from the channel of the same name. Fiat Uno Turbo, another one. Plenty of these here today as well. It's the engine. Plenty of work going on underneath here. Gold because it's the best for reflecting heat away. A little clean car, this one. BMW Isetta here. These things are sold all over the world. They were built under license all over the world as well. So this one was likely an Italian version. It says 600 on here. It's there on the back. It's even got little rear doors. This is an interesting look. Don't usually see cars like this with rear doors, but nonetheless, here is one. Lancia Delta. HF Integrale again, 16 valve.
I know we've got this
Rally liveried up.
blue.
Look at this. On to the final few cars for this section. Abarth 500. Racing Dot. This one's obviously set up to be a bit of a racing car, to say the least. All of that going on there. Huge bonnet vents. Racing wheels. Another Alfa Romeo SZ. We had a look at the other one over there, so I'm not going to spend too long looking at this one. Left hand drive, of course. Next to a 156. Washer jets there, of course, off centre number plate. Next to a Fiat 500X. Of course, the slightly larger sibling of the Fiat 500. Really? What gave that away? No, obviously style heavily influenced by the small city car and made bigger. Of course, there was such a trend, so Fiat used it. They applied it to their big car. Why not? Useful cars, especially for young families who maybe don't want the space of the tiny city car, but want something a bit bigger, 5 seats and a larger boot. Next to it, Triumph Bonneville. Not Italian at all, but you don't see these every day, so why not whilst we're here? And that brings an end to the Maserati, Lamborghini, Lancia and a few other various cars here at Brooklands. So thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, let me know which is your favourite car here. And of course, you want to see more car-based content and vehicles from this show, don't forget to subscribe. There's plenty more videos of those coming up very soon. Anyway, that's it from me for this video, so thanks very much for watching once again. I shall see you in the next one. So until then, farewell.